All right, here we go. So factoring the top, t plus 9, t minus 9 on the bottom, t minus 3, t minus 9. Again, t minus 9s would cancel. So t plus 9 over t minus 3. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing on this review. All right, remember what I told you. I'll fix it. But again, I don't really care about the multiple choice, obviously. All right. All right, here we go. 52. All right. So now you have to be real careful because you can factor out a 2 on the top first. So 2, all right? And you can also factor out a 3 on the bottom. If you don't, it'll make it much more difficult. So now you end up with x squared plus 9x plus 18. And on the bottom, you'll end up with x squared minus x minus 12. And now it's easier to factor. So now 2 parentheses, factors of 18 that make 9. Good. And the bottom would be
x minus 4, x plus 9.
good job. And so now we know the x plus 3's cancel. They're so bad. All right, here we go, 53. Now with multiplication, we're just reducing, remember, reduce the numbers first. So dividing by 6 makes that a 3, makes that a 4. Dividing by 5 makes that a 2, makes that a 3. So from there, it looks to me like I just have 9 over 8. Now I'm counting the x's at the top, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. So it leaves me an x on the top.
And then y on top.
9xy over 8. All right, now what's nice about 54, they decided to factor it for you. Mm-hmm.
And then can you divide it 8? Yeah, it's just 9.
So now I have 9 parentheses x plus 2 over,
X minus 2.
yeah, can I do anything with the x plus 2 and the x minus 2?
No.
No.
And you still can't cancel.
They don't
those.
factor it.
Everybody okay with that? All right, now 55, we have to
A and A.
factor the denominator.
X plus
It's just-
2, x minus 2. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, it's A and A, and then negative 4 next for 5. The negative 4's cancel, and the positive 3's cancel. So then it's just A minus 2. 1 over 8 minus 2.
Yeah, remember 1 over 8 minus 6, right? Because everything canceled from the top.
Yeah.
All right, so again, a bunch more factoring on 56.
And then 8 and 2.
Let's say it plus 8.
Yeah, let's say plus 2.
Isn't there a common 5?
Yep.
5 and
And on the bottom right,
then 8 with 1 both N minus 2 cancel. Five.
Oh,
Everybody good with that? Yeah.
I probably just missed it when you said it, but is the exam gonna be multiple choice or just?
What do you think it's going to be?
I figured multiple choice. but-
Yeah, it's figured right. That's called using the old head there, buddy. Right, I'm not going to give you a multiple choice exam review. All right, here we go. Factoring the top.
B plus 4, B plus 1,
Thank you.
and then B plus 6, B minus 1. Bottom, B minus 6, B plus 6.
Good.
On the top right,
B,
B 3 and 2. And then
I don't think so.
B plus 6, B minus 1.
Correct.
Minus 6, B. Yeah.
The
B
bottom.
minus- B plus 4, B minus 2.
Oh, wait, no.
B plus 4, B plus 4. Minus
Now,
5.
just remember, the top right is tricky because 3 and 2 might seem to work, but they would both have to be positive. All right. So
It's minus 6.
what?
Oh.
All right. So now we just start crossing things out. B plus 4. B plus 6. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. So B plus 1, B minus 1.
Over B plus 6, B minus 2.
Wow. I don't, do you see that?
I think it's.
Yeah. I think what they made a mistake on was this should have been minus 1.
And there's no plus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hold up.
I think it should be B, should one of which be a positive on top.
I think they're all wrong. Okay. So I don't really care about that. Actually, guys, these are called, they're pre-programmed in. I didn't write any of this.
Wait,
All right. I
why-
told you this is from the test bank. All right. This, I didn't write these. All right. Does anybody have any, concerns about that? So let me just write the final answer. B plus 1 times B minus 1 over B plus 6
B minus 2.
and B minus 2. All right. And I'm sorry, none of that matched up. So the closest thing
E
would
and
be
then six,
D,
and
and
then
this would have to be a positive. All right, here we go. 58, don't forget, you're just multiplying by the reciprocal. So 28a squared over 7b squared times 35b over 21a cubed.
Doesn't won't they cancel, so it'll be an A on the bottom? And
Well, I'm not there yet. I just rewrote the problem. All right, we changed the division to multiplication. All right. So now we can start reducing.
So
So 28 turns into 4.
Yep. 28 over 7 is just 4 to 1. Right, then we can divide this by 7.
and that goes to 5 and 3.
Yep.
And so it's 20 A squared B.
Hold on, 20 over 3. Do the numbers first.
Oh, okay. And then so it's A on the bottom. And then B on the bottom.
There you go. 20 over 3ab. They finally got one right. All right, so here we go. 59 again, multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm just going to write 4y plus 20
Over Y minus 3.
over y minus 3.
Times 2Y minus 6 over Y.
And now we want to factor the 4 out.
Making factor 2 out. the y minus three is canceled. The y minus close by.
Anybody have any issues? All right, 60 again, just a bunch of factoring. All right, so put equals
1, 2,
times the reciprocal. All right,
b and b 4, b.
so the top becomes b plus 4 and
minus six.
b minus 2.
And then the bottom is 9 and 2, and it's positive. Wait, negative and negative.
Now, don't forget, this 2b minus 18 is at the top.
Yes,
So that would be 2 times,
or b minus 9.
and on this one,
2 times b minus 4.
all right, now just start crossing
B minus
things
9
out.
Cancels. B minus 2 cancels. And so it's just b plus 4 over b minus 1. Right now, it's cancel.
Yeah. Okay,
So you see factor.
So it's x plus 5, x minus 26.
now, for this problem right here, you can write it as this,
Over 1.
right? You can write it like that. Now, we can do long division, or we can just say, hey, that just factored, right?
X plus 5, x minus 8. X plus 5 cancels.
Mm-hmm.
I was also able to.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. You could do times and then 1 over that. That's exactly correct,
Oh, so.
right? Very good. Either way, it's perfect. Okay, now on 62, remember, this is where you had to do the long division.
I got everything right. I didn't get 44.
All right, well, let me see. It's not like they haven't made a mistake. All right, so remember we said we divide a squared by a and get a. Then you multiply a squared minus 3a, change the signs, 8a plus 20. So that's plus 8, right? So 8 times a minus 24. Change the signs. 44. Everybody good with that? All right, same principle here. Practice our division. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll practice our division again.
So T is T, and then you get T squared plus 3t. And then that's just 16 plus 48. And then you just put a 6. And so it's 60 plus 18. Which just goes to 10. So it's
T plus 6.
plus 6 or 10.
Yeah, great.
Everybody okay with that? T plus 6. All right, here we go.
Don't you have to do 0 at some point?
Yeah, so here we go. X minus 2. So that would be x squared. X.
Minus 2.
Say it again. Come on, Austin.
I just forgot. How did you do the?
You always remember, let me just say it, x cubed divided by this.
Okay, that's what.
That's all it is. The first term divided by the first term.
That's 4x squared plus 0.
All right. Then after you multiply, change the signs.
4x squared plus 0.
Then you divide 4x squared divided by x is,
Just do 4x. And then you get 4x squared plus, or minus 8x. You get positive 8x because you change the sign. Yeah, it's like 16, so you just do 8 and it's
divide plus 8.
There's no really here, it's just 8x.
Again, sometimes you can make a mistake if you don't change the signs.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, here we go. One more. X minus 2. Okay, so when you divide, you get x squared. Change the sign. Divide again.
Minus 8x minus 16. You change signs, so it's 19x. 19x plus 1, so they just multiply by 19, you get 19x minus 38. I change signs, so that's just 39. So it's x squared plus 8x plus 19. And 39 over x minus 1. Plus 19.
Okay, so enough of the division now. All right, that should have been a good review for you. All right. Now, 66. This is nice because it already has a what? Common denominator. So we just say it is 4n over 8.
Which goes to
Yep. Nice here, common denominator.
W plus
W plus 13.
Stop.
W plus 13.
Anybody have any problems? They already have common denominators, so just adding the numerators. That's it. Now here, most people make a mistake because again, they forget to what? Distribute the negative. So this becomes a positive, negative, positive. So what happens to the ends? Right. So after all that, it was just 28 over 5. Everybody good with that? Do we already have a common denominator?
X minus 7 over
Right. So because we already have a common denominator, all we have to do is combine terms. So that just becomes x minus 7 over x plus 2. Now we have a problem because we don't have a common denominator. All right. So everybody just looks at that and should be able to say that's just 15x squared. So I have to multiply the first by
3x.
and the second one by 5x. So then I end up with
So you end up with,
18p minus,
minus 10 px. And that's your.
No, wait, isn't the second one just?
The second one's the same, it's just made up.
Or the first one?
everybody okay with that? Okay, now this one was annoying. All right. So again, in order to do this problem, we need a common denominator.
So you need a factor.
So there's two.
So it's y plus 4 squared.
All right, so I want you to look on the left, and it's y plus 4 times y minus 4.
And then the other is y
On the right, it's y plus 4 times y plus 4.
So it's
Then you gotta multiply
y. So
the left side by y plus 4 and the right side by y plus 2.
Yeah.
Y plus y minus.
All right, so I just wanted to show you, take what's common, which is the y plus 4,
And multiply by the common.
and then the other two must come along for the ride. So that's why the common denominator is y plus 4, and then the y plus 4, y minus 4 again. Which means I have to multiply the first fraction by what?
Y plus 4.
Yes, there's a missing y plus 4.
And then
The second one I have to multiply
y
by
minus 4. So 3y minus 2.
y minus 4. All right, now again, that's kind of annoying. All right, if you understand that, then this section is easy. All right, really. All right, that's really as hard as it's going to be.
So you end up finding.
Now we just multiply these things together so that you should be able to tell me that's y squared.
Plus 7y.
Then remember, you're looking
Plus
3y
plus
and 4y.
So plus 7y and plus 4. Plus,
Negative 2,
minus
negative 12.
minus
minus
14y.
14y
And then plus 8.
and then altogether that's 4y squared minus 7y
So 4y squared
minus 7
minus 7y plus 20. All over that common denominator.
The bottom don't have to. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
it's
yeah,
just so you don't have
it's
to write
the-
the extra.
Okay. Now 72 is kind of the same thing. All right. It's just annoying. Sorry. It's just an extra practice problem.
So it's t minus the common.
Oh, but wait, I want to make sure there's a minus. So plus, minus, plus. I think that's a good thing to do. All right. Now I agree with you. I hate T's, right? Let's make them X's. I don't care. It's not a big deal. So the top here, the bottom factors to
T minus 5, t minus 5.
x minus 5, x plus 2.
And then
Oh,
5 and 5, so
5. So
negative,
t-
negative.
So now we know what's common is,
X minus 5. So the left side you multiply by x minus 5, and the right side you multiply by x plus 5. X plus 2.
all right. So now this would be x plus 3, and we have to multiply that by,
Or x minus 5. And then then the right side is.
Now this is negative 4x plus 8.
And then x plus 2.
Yeah.
And that's.
All right, so be real careful now.
X squared, plus or minus 2x, minus 15, plus, or negative minus, 4x squared. Is it nothing?
Minus
It cancels, and then just plus 16. And then 4x squared, or negative 3x squared, minus 2x plus 1.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, that was kind of annoying. All right, now this one's back to easy again. This is 14 over 1, right?
Yeah.
So the common denominator is just u, right?
Almost.
So it's 14u minus 9.
14u minus 9 over u. Perfect.
74 is the same.
74 is the same. This is over 1.
3n squared minus n plus 14.
So you're multiplying the first fraction by n. So 3n squared plus,
So it's minus 9.
They wrote that.
and then I think they just probably moved this over here.
Yeah.
3n squared minus n plus 6. So it looks to me like D is good. Now we have a proportion. So remember, we just cross multiply.
And that's just negative 8.
7n plus 14 equals 5n plus 30. 2n equals 16.
Yeah.
So n equals 8.
So it's just extraneous.
Now, again, I'm not going to worry about the extraneous solutions, but I want to remind you, the answer cannot be -2 or -6. But since we solved it, right, the only answer is what? 8. All right, so just listen to what I just said. All right, I'll fix that. All right. If you won't have to list out the extraneous solutions, you will have to tell me if it's an extraneous solutions. Like if the answer came out to be n equals 8 or n equals -6, it's not -6. The only answer would be 8.
We won't have to put these.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, you have to figure it out that it's extraneous. All right, you won't write extraneous. All right, the answer, if both answers were solved where it was n equals -6 and n equals 8, you would say n equals 8 is the solution. All right, it won't say extraneous solution. All right, here we go. Again, we just do what with this proportion? Cross multiply.
K squared minus k equals k squared plus 14k. Where I start off.
It doesn't matter where you start. All right, just cross multiplying. Now, what's nice about this one?
K squares cancel.
Yeah,
So it's,
it looks to me like move that over. So we have 15k equals -45, right? Now, is that an extraneous solution?
yes.
Why are you telling me yes?
No, it's not.
Or no, because when you switch it.
All you do to see if it's an extraneous solution is look in the denominator. Is k plus 9 0? Is k 0? No. Therefore, k equals -3 is the only
I
solution.
thought it shouldn't, because it can't be negative.
All right, now on 77, what do I multiply through by?
6.
6.
So you have to multiply 1 by 3 So the answer is negative.
Since there aren't any variables in the denominator, there are no extraneous solutions. All right.
And then multiply the next one by 18.
So I'm just multiplying each fraction by 18.
So it's 6q minus 3 minus 6q.
So the 18 and the 6 cancel. So you're just multiplying that by 3.
Plus 4 negative 7.
Q equals negative 7. All right, now 79 is where it starts getting annoying. The last two are not a big deal, but the common denominator is d times d minus 2, d times d minus 2, d times d minus 2. So now when you multiply, the d's cancel. So you have d minus 2 times d minus 3 minus the d minus 2's cancel. So it'd be d times d minus 4 equals the d's cancel, d minus 2. What?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now when I multiply these together, d squared minus 5d plus 6. Now this one wasn't so bad now because the d squareds cancel, but we're distributing a negative d. Negative d squared plus 4d equals d minus 2. D squareds cancel. Negative d plus 6 equals d minus 2. 2d equals 8. D equals 4. Is that an extraneous solution?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was-
No, it is not.
You automatically say that number 80.
Can we? All right, so common denominator is 3 times m plus 2 times m minus 2. Again, this is annoying. All right, so think about it. The m plus 2's cancel. 2 times 3 is 6. So I'm distributing a 6. And here, the m minus 2's cancel. Ugh. So now, negative 3 m plus 2 times m plus 2. And then here, just the 3's equals 7 times m plus 2 m minus 2. Yeah, that's really annoying. All right, so we'll finish that last problem up tomorrow. All right. Please study, guys. Hope everybody's studying. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and work it though. All right, here we go, guys. Let's finish this last problem off real quick. 6m minus 12. Now minus 3. Then m squared plus 4m plus 4 equals 7 times m squared minus 4. 6m, sorry about that. 6m minus 12. Distribute the negative 3. Negative 3m squared minus 12m minus 12. Distribute the 7. 7m squared minus 28. All right, so now I'm combining terms. So I have negative 3m squared, negative 6m, negative 24 equals 7m squared minus 28. Okay, it's quadratic, so I'm going to move everything over. So I have 10m squared plus 6m minus 4 equals 0. Now we can divide everything through by 2. So I have 5m squared plus 3m minus 2 equals 0. And now that will factor into 5m. This will be minus 1. No, sorry about that. Not minus 1, but the 2 goes here. So it would be a minus 2 and a plus 1. Negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. So now everybody knows m equals 2/5 or m equals -1.
Oh, you know, like, they do it like-
And neither one of those are extraneous solutions.
So when you beat,
Yeah, I don't know what he was saying. Very good. Thank you very much. All right, that's it.
you always get 20 on